Bro, high school is like throwing a zoo, a soap opera, and a prison yard into a blender and hitting turbo mode. You walk in thinking it's gonna be like a Disney Channel show. Nah, it's a full Hunger Games reboot. Everywhere you look, there's different species of kids surviving in their own weird ways. You got the gym rats bench pressing the vending machines, the anime squad spreading to lunch like it's Naruto canon, the TikTokers filming thirst traps during fire drills. Bro, it's chaos. And if you think you're normal, congrats, you're just another species called delusional. Before we dive into the madness, go ahead and hit that like button, hit subscribe like it's your ticket into this circus. Trust me, you don't want to miss this species roll call. First, let's meet the jocks. These dudes treat the school hallways like it's Planet Fitness combined with a UFC training camp. I'm talking creatine tubs spilling out of their lockers, protein shakes leaking onto their algebra homework, flexing in the reflection of every trophy case like it's a competition. One dude named Brad carried around a gallon jug of water like he was training for a hydration Olympics. I saw him deadlift a whole freshman once, and not even for a bet, just to prove he could. PE teacher tried to stop him, and Brad looked him dead in the face and said, "It's called natural selection, Mr. Peterson. Google it." Bro even taped resistance bands to the bathroom stalls so he could get a pump before lunch. Absolute menace to society. And then you got their sworn enemies, the nerds. And listen, before you all get defensive in the comments like, actually it's intellectual superiority, relax. If you wear glasses thicker than bulletproof glass, dress like your mom still picks your fits using Kohl's coupons, can't throw a dodgeball without pulling your spine, and treat Dungeons and Dragons like a religion, bro, you are a nerd. You didn't fall into it. You committed. You had options. You saw a pull-up bar and said, nah, I'd rather pull up grades. And that's cool. Nerds are like Pokemon. Weak in gym class, but evolved AF when the finals hit. And according to Gym Bro Brad, the reason jocks pick on nerds is natural selection. Like it's the goddamn Animal Planet. Survival of the protein shake chuggiest. But let's be real, every jock who clowns a nerd ends up begging them to just double check my test answers real quick. Nerds run the school quietly. Respect the stealth mode. Next to nerds are the anime kids. Bro, I swear these kids live in an alternate dimension where gym class is filler episodes and lunch is a side quest. They're showing up to first period in full Naruto cosplay at 8:03 a.m. I'm talking headbands, fingerless gloves, kunai knives made out of duct tape, and fake swords duct taped to their backpacks like it's casual Friday. One time, during a fire drill, the principal's yelling, "Walk calmly!" And these dudes broke into a full Naruto run across the football field. Dust clouds, bro. Actual mini tornadoes. You couldn't even see the marching band for like 5 minutes. And I swear on my life, one dude tried to do a Rasengan on a teacher's Honda Civic. Principal Jenkins had to sit down. He wasn't built for this timeline. And you can't forget about the couples that shouldn't exist. You know exactly the ones I'm talking about. The couples that are weirdly intense for absolutely no reason. Like, bro, it's third period math. Why are you slow dancing in the hallway like it's your wedding night? Why are you feeding each other flamin' hot Cheetos behind the vending machine like you're auditioning for a Nicholas Sparks movie called Hot Cheeto Diaries? One time I saw a girl full-on sobbing in the stairwell because her boyfriend didn't save her a seat at lunch. Bro, it's a cafeteria, not a reservation at Nobu. They broke up, got back together, broke up again, and got engaged, all before sixth period. They're 15, marriage license pending, divorce court by homecoming. Then there's the most legendary and most important species of students. The class clowns, aka my people. Bro, these dudes have no off switch. I'm talking willing to risk suspension, expulsion, and possibly federal prison just for a 2-second laugh. Teachers giving this heartfelt TED talk about career goals and chasing your dreams, and Malik's in the back playing the Titanic theme on a kazoo with tears in his eyes. Principal hops on the intercom like, "Attention students, serious school news," and Dre's fake crying into the loudspeaker like he's winning an Academy Award. Cut to the teacher writing "Respect the learning environment" on the board in Comic Sans, and someone from the back just yells, "Boo this man!" That someone was me. Next thing you know, security's chasing me through the hallways like it's a live episode of Cops. Bro, I hurdled a trash can and hit the cleanest parkour roll you've ever seen and still got suspended. It's a tough, tough world. There's this group of individuals who everyone absolutely despises. The tryhards. These kids act like they're on a presidential scholarship interview every time they raise their hand. First day of school, syllabus in one hand, AP flashcards in the other, wearing glasses with no lenses just for the aesthetic.
Alright guys, today's just syllabus day.
Can I turn it in for extra credit?
Bro, chill, it's August. The only thing due right now is your sanity. He's talking about early admissions at Stanford when he still asked his mom to cut the crust off his sandwich. And don't get me started on the girl who cried because she got a 99 instead of 100. Said it was a tragic downfall of her academic legacy. Tragic? Girl, this ain't the fall of Rome. Sit down. Right next to those nausea-inducing species known as tryhards, you got their equally unbearable cousins, the teacher's pets. Bro, don't even get me started on these overachieving gremlins. These kids were manufactured in some secret government lab, specifically engineered for excessive participation in grade A snitching. Hand goes up before the teacher even finishes the question. Volunteering for everything. I'll clean the whiteboard. I'll pass out the worksheets. I'll alphabetize your blood cells, Mr. Benson. One dude asked if he could write an appreciation poem for the substitute teacher. Not the real teacher, the substitute. Bro, bottle up that emotional energy and use it in therapy, not limericks. And let's not forget, they're always the first to snitch when you even breathe near a group project.
Ms. Carter, Kyle didn't cite his sources.
All right, Kevin, I hope your Wi-Fi crashes during finals and the backup generator starts playing Baby Shark permanently. And the quiet kids? Brother, they're either the chillest people on earth or walking plot twists just waiting to happen. Like, they never talk, but when they do, it's either the most philosophical thing you've ever heard or something that makes you question if they were raised by wolves. There's this kid, Daniel, hasn't said a single word all semester, dead silent. One time the fire alarm went off and we were all scrambling like headless chickens. Daniel calmly walked over to the door and picked the lock. We're like, yo, how'd you do that? He just looks up and goes, Minecraft. Bro, what server are you on? Kids out here doing IRL redstone mechanics. Absolute legend. Also maybe a supervillain origin story in progress. Nobody knows. We just don't ask questions anymore. We just nod and stay on his good side. And you always have the sad artist kid just sitting in the courtyard acting like he's scoring the soundtrack to a heartbreak movie that hasn't even been filmed yet. Beanie on, no matter the temperature. Headphones in, probably blasting Arctic Monkeys or something you wouldn't get. He's always hunched over a notebook, sketching sad eyeballs, broken clocks, or a rose growing out of a skull like he's designing tattoos for tortured souls. One kid literally sat under the same tree for 3 straight days drawing the same exact pigeon. The pigeon eventually left. He didn't. I swear he whispered, "Stay safe out there, brother," to it as it flew away. Bro's not even in school. He's in his villain origin arc. Oh, and the drama kids? Bro, if you even breathed wrong near them, they'd spin it into a full-blown Shakespearean tragedy with 3 acts, a musical interlude, and a monologue about betrayal. You accidentally brush past one in the hallway and they go, "Did you just bump into me? Was that foreshadowing?" Like, bro, calm down. We're by the vending machine, not on the set of Macbeth. I once stepped on a girl's toe and she hit the ground like she got sniped in a war movie. One girl turned her breakup into a school-wide flash mob, real music, choreography, the whole cast of Rent. I swear they wake up and ask, how can I make math class theatrical today? Literal theater kids are just built different, bro, like NPCs and side quests you didn't mean to start. Bro, if you survived this jungle of hallway chaos, thirst traps, anime duels, and hot Cheeto heartbreaks, congrats, you're built different. So do a backflip on that like button, subscribe like your GPA depends on it. Tell us what high school species you belong to in the comments and share this with a friend who needs therapy after 3rd period. And if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane or an alternate reality for you, click on that gorgeous box over there. It contains the mysteries of the universe. Go on, don't be shy. Not kidding, bro.